Nice. An update?
Oh, Kino shot, Matt.
Yep, that's actually looking pretty nice there, Matt. Oh boy.
Nice.
Matt
I'm
has
liking
aged
the
an
stove.
additional 8 months.
I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic. I do videos on YouTube, and
I used to
most
huff
of them
gas
are like adventure-based
with my friend in the
videos.
junkyard.
What I'm really passionate about is the way that I'm able to also do recovery videos at the same time. As I'm seeing here editing on my
Yeah,
next
Doom Tube. He's
YouTube
got those
video,
type of eyes.
I realized I haven't done a recovery video in quite some time. And
There's a
what's
toilet
neat
behind
about
the
my
chair that's
recovery
been
videos
covered, you know?
is that I'm able to just
There's a bunch
sit
of flies buzzing around it.
talk for a few minutes about.
He's like, well, this is
things that
I only
found
piss in
very
this one.
helpful in my life. I talk about
I
how
shit
it
outside.
was,
Yeah, I don't use
what I
this one
did
for
about
shit.
it, and what it's like now. And so basically, when I first started getting into addiction, alcohol and drug addiction,
When he started getting into it.
was.
Yeah,
I don't want to throw out any excuses. It's because I'm an addict, and
it was my dad's fault.
Yeah.
God knows
Well,
better
I
than
think
that.
that's probably what he meant by that. Yeah. I don't want to make
Yeah.
any excuses. Ooh, what could that excuse be?
life where I tried to do away with the negative things in my life by
Billy?
adding substances
Yep.
to it. Things that would instantly make me feel a different way.
I don't know. I think that's a good
would
excuse,
help
Matt.
me skip whatever was
Yeah.
going on. So like, say I was having a bad day, I'd get through the day to a point where I could be alone, where I could drink, and then I'd drink myself to
In a
oblivion,
tire house?
and I would kind
Yeah,
of
in his tire house.
the next day. Except I would find eventually that fast forwarding actually just put me on autopilot, and the person that took the wheel was a crazy driver, right?
Named Billy.
When I would
Yep.
come to
Yeah,
that
or
point,
Amy.
I'd realize that
That's a
fast
crazy driver.
it hurt my relationships. It hurt my friendships. It hurt my work. It hurt my personal life. It hurt my
Boring
thoughts
stream. I
of
hate this guy.
myself.
Just
So
fucking pull it together.
thought
I think he
about
lives near you, dude. You can go find him. He's in Washington, like close
the
to
woods.
the border, like the eastern border. Go tell him how much of a fuck he is.
I was really bad too. I was a level 10. Like if it's 1 through 10,
Wow.
1 not so bad.
He
10
was a
like
level
Olympic
10
gold
addict.
medalist, right?
That's when
was
Billy
in
came up with a
training
ranking
for a
system.
10.
Yeah.
It's really hard to earn that gold, right? And for people like that,
Right.
from my own experience,
Talks like King Cobra.
there wasn't much hope. It was basically just a tailspin, right? A nose.
Oh, that's what it's for, right?
spiraling down until I was gonna hit the ground. Poof! Big plume of smoke, and
That's not the
Oh,
addiction.
well,
That's
Well, that'll
the
be your
trouble
next trip
talking.
then. Boring
The
stream.
autism.
I went to rehab twice actually.
Yep.
The first time really was
He pretty much sounds like he always did.
Yep.
Orthodox.
Autistic.
So he's been in rehab 3 times. Not judging, but I mean,
was to kind of try.
what else are we going to talk about?
And
Yeah, I mean that's what the
things
shit.
better for
That's
other
what we do.
people,
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm completely happy for Matt. We are being so mean to him, mocking him and making fun of him. We're totally aware of that. Wish him nothing but the best of luck. But
Yeah, is someone criticizing us in the chat for this? I don't know what's this
oh
apology?
no, it's just sometimes I feel bad.
You know, all my sins would
Yeah.
be forgiven.
Because Matt, like out of
It's
all the
all-
Browns, I
It's
think Matt is like one of the more
problems as
Just
your
cosmic
decent
karma.
ones.
right? Because
Oh, yeah,
Share
yeah.
your cosmic karma.
I'm like, well, why did I do this?
Oh yeah,
Why
that
did I do
too.
That. I guess it was because the second
I'm not
time
going to hell.
I just needed an escape. I knew that rehab was somewhere I could go for 30 days, and it was a change of
making fug
pace.
tents.
There would be people there that understood.
He was
the
making fuck
difficulties of
tents.
Addiction, other people to relate to that were in the same
Adam
kind
Sessler
of
was there.
situation or lifestyle. And then the third time, well, that was when my little
Well,
plane
that was-
nosedived and
oh.
hit the ground, and there was that poof of smoke, and I had finally hit rock bottom. I decided to go.
I like how he
back to
uses a plane
rehab,
analogy
and
when
this
his
time
aunt
try
and
do it
grandfather
the
was
right
killed
way,
in a plane
try
crash.
to get
And
out of
grandmother.
it what I could
Yep.
to make for a better life. I knew this
on, Matt.
time that I was going to have to pay attention The previous 2 times weren't for me. They were for other things and
show.
other reasons. And when people talked about
Jeff
addiction
Tremaine.
and being an addict and the reasons why and all the psychology, I didn't hear anything that was applicable to me. I was listening to them trying to actually prove that I wasn't an addict or an alcoholic. I could continue drinking. I could do cocaine like a gentleman, dang it. And
Gentlemen,
that wasn't very healthy. By the 3rd time, I knew that I needed to go somewhere really good. I needed to pay
really
attention.
expensive.
And if I didn't
Yeah.
believe something,
Third
if I
time to
didn't
try Billy. Billy was,
understand something,
you know,
I
he
needed
forced
to
his
find a
hand
way
to
that
pay
I
for an
could
actually good
come to
rehab.
believe it, that I could come to understand it, so that I could grow.
Matt's
Because
40.
I knew that if I got out this time
Around.
and I went right back again, that my life wasn't going to amount to much, you know? And I asked myself, well, who do I want to be? How do I want to be? Do I want this to be the story of me? This is my
It's probably just
Story of the
worse
Pharaoh.
audio.
shot I get here on Earth. This is gonna be the story.
Yeah,
of
he had better audio on TV.
and I decided no. So when I went to rehab, when I went to Betty Ford for the final time, I decided to stay.
Yeah,
as
they
long
won't
as
let
I
me
could.
back in.
I decided to listen to other people, and no matter how I felt,
I got kicked
about
out for
it, take
dealing
their
drugs out of it.
words of wisdom
And a rape
That's the
attempt.
best.
That's
the
that's
best.
where I really realized.
Oh, didn't
in
he?
order to make
He got
an
kicked out.
idea
Yeah,
of
he did.
myself and really figure
What?
Didn't he?
myself out.
No, I was
couldn't
I thought he-
create the idealized
No, I thought he did get in
version of me
trouble.
that I-
He got in trouble
I
on
had in my
set
head,
for being
that
accused of
I
raping
had
like one of the
come up with
producers or
who
something
I
like
was,
that.
and I used as
Or
a
like
Which
someone
he was never
who-
charged with.
to
Yeah.
let all of the negative stuff go.
Nah, I
basically, and not
swear he got in
believe that
trouble at the
about
rehab
myself.
facility.
I think you're thinking of
So,
Bam,
I
dude.
started listening to the
I know.
counselors and the psychiatrists. I started listening to the lectures and the science behind it all, and trying to come to a better understanding. I realized that there are a lot of good things about me. I have a lot of good qualities, even in my addiction. All humans do.
I guess you're right.
have
I thought he
good
got accused of
qualities,
raping
right?
somebody at
Things
the
that make
facility.
us special and unique, and that if we use them, can help other people and
Ooh,
help
accused
the
of
world
violently
around us.
raping somebody.
I discovered though that I had a lot of
That was on
bad
the I was on the
habits,
show.
a lot of
right?
bad feelings.
Yeah,
and
there's
a lot
history.
of my own routines.
Wait, where did it say violently rape someone? That way,
Just in a... Wait.
look at that freeze frame of it. What? What are you looking at?
Yeah, where are you now?
I'm just on a website.
just a website that's saying he violently raped.
Somebody's saying he trafficked a child.
Who? Who?
Yeah, what is
said?
this? Is this just Reddit?
No,
No.
it's just some fucking like gossip site.
Oh,
How recent was was this allegation?
2021.
Whoa. Okay.
But it's something about I bet it involves the drugs, dude. It's just
Yeah.
Dig
And it's
into
the
it.
West.
Weren't
It's up there in the
healthy
Northwest. I feel like there's a lot
routines.
more
There wasn't any way that I
child-
could get good
yeah,
child
it was
trafficking.
somebody accusing him,
because I
or
wasn't paying
like
attention
one of the
to
rape
parts of
victims
me
was
that
accusing him
weren't
of, or not the rape
the
victims,
parts that needed work, that I needed help with, right? And so
Some
that
random
started
person.
in a lot of different ways. Paying attention to what other people had told me about myself. And how other people
And it just
viewed
in his
Even if I
voice,
didn't
you can
see
just hear
it
Billy.
as
You're an idiot. You're
accurate,
worthless.
I needed to figure out why it wasn't accurate.
Yummy.
Why did
Yeah.
people feel this way
Dummy.
about me? What was
God,
it
you're
that I
dumb.
was doing or not doing?
It's the simple ones that are the
These
best.
labels on me, right? Like laziness, being dirty or messy, inconsideration, stuff like that. And by realizing that that's how I was,
Inconsiderate?
right? I was dirty because my environment would be dirty, right? I would.
he's just admitting that like he was like dirty. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure that means he had an
Uh,
STD or
I was
something.
lazy.
Oh.
because
He just didn't
I
shower.
wouldn't get up and go clean the environment. I would sit and look at it and think to myself, "Oh, poor me.
My house
Why
of
don't I have a
tires."
clean place."
Well, I mean, you lived in
Yeah.
a tire
And there were other
fortress.
things
Yeah,
about my
that
first
Billy
time
would
that I
use
had to
also as the
figure
town
out.
landfill.
And doing that wasn't
Yeah.
really easy. It took
And it was an
long
upgrade
time and a
from
lot of work.
the Tower
And
of Saran
slowly,
Wrap,
though, I was
Yeah.
able to address everything and start to come to a new
which was an upgrade from the
understanding of
stump.
myself. And
Yeah, living under the
instead of just
stump.
thinking, okay, well, this is the way that I am, right? I am a messy person, for instance. My house is always going to be a mess. Instead, I took advantage of the fact that the place I was had little ways of teaching me how to change the how over a course of time I could build a new pattern, right? I could reprogram.
Is it the
He
grayness
does
or
seem
the
to have
cut
aged.
or both?
Yeah, I think it's like
First, though, I had to
Leland
accept
Palmer.
how I
Yeah.
was.
His hair was a
Yeah.
lot bigger though. Like it just, but it looks
Yeah.
like it's shocked
I
white.
needed to work on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
it
like-
just
like
suddenly
what-
happened.
So good for that. Because
That's
they
He probably did it after he
specialize
strangled
in those
a
little
vagrant.
things. Because recovery for me isn't about one thing. It's not about not drinking or drugging. It's about not drinking and not drugging and finding
What?
ways
Oh.
to correct the things in my life that had gone astray, or the little things that my life had programmed me to do.
Or M&M's.
So, for instance,
Yeah. it's-
in the vein of being messy, right? This is
I
Bush
feel like maybe living out in the bush in the middle of nowhere doing a TV show, whether it's real or not, is just not mentally healthy. Maybe who would have thought?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and just making up laws basically and like customs.
and figuring it out.
Yeah, this
I
is
can
what we do
change it
here,
and
and
make
it's
it
just like,
better.
no, this
Or
doesn't
sit there in
work.
that
Like, what are
woe
you
is
doing?
me pity party.
Maybe his realization
Seemed
in
more
rehab was like, maybe it
important
really is
than
better
doing
in the
my
lower
dishes,
48.
More important
Yeah.
than sweeping the floor. More important than making my bed in the morning.
Yeah, he should do the
Learning Betty Ford, though,
80s Weird Al
that
cut
by
again.
doing
But
those
with like
little
all
things,
like white, just the
sweeping
white hair,
floor,
like he would look
making my
nuts.
That'd be so cool.
I
Yeah, the
was
Jerry
able
curls.
to build a better sense of self-esteem for myself, which allowed me to concentrate on those things that were too much for me in a way that allowed me to simplify them and then figure them out and then find.
Are those tattoos on his hand?
address
Have we
them.
seen those before?
I was able to nail down.
Yeah, they're
one
probably
little
covering
thing at a
track
time,
marks.
and one little thing at a time, it
Oh,
got
sure.
better, and it also got easier, because every day that we do something different than how we did it before helps us make that a routine. It becomes instinctive now, right? So nowadays, when something gets to be too much, something that I have to think about or work on,
I don't know
Yeah,
what
he
the-
did use the word
They're,
drugging.
like,
He's like
just
drinking and
thinking about it.
drugging.
I actually am.
Yeah, no, that's like a term
reprogram,
for like
kick into gear, do the
addicts
dishes,
like to
sweep the
use.
floor, make the bed. And while I'm doing that stuff, I'm at the
That's
same
what
time
the AA cult likes to
What-
push.
through that problem,
What bed is
just
he
like
making?
I'm working through doing
His
the
own.
dishes, right?
He
There's
never
Doesn't
even
have
made
one.
his own.
He slept in a tub
If I
that they
just start and
started filling with
keep
water.
doing it, it'll
Yeah,
finally
that's
get
true
done
also.
and it'll be nice.
Probably sleeps in that chair.
A lot of other stuff.
It's just as good as a bed.
You see, the thing about Betty
Yep.
Ford is that
Yeah, he just
they had a lot
leans
of
it back
very
at night.
special.
Hey, look at this. This thing leans back almost as far as a bed.
Recovery isn't one thing; it's a whole lot of things that all can run in.
The music from the show just
rhythm
plays
that
in his
makes
head.
Life better, basically. So it's psychology,
narrator.
it's diet,
Yeah.
it's environment, it's knowing all these different little tricks and things to help get me out of my own
Matt's
head.
gone to the local
Also
dump to look
ways
for a
pass
bed.
the time that aren't using, right? And treating other people.
Although he
in a
sees
way
like
that-
terrible,
that
like the
makes
announcer saying
life
terrible
better,
things about him,
makes
you know?
them want to be involved in my life. Shows
Matt is a
respect
failure,
to
as
other
always.
people,
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah, he should hire the narrator.
That's why now here on YouTube, I like to do a lot of recovery stuff, or I want to get where I'm doing more recovery stuff, and I'm sharing the same.
Like he's gonna be on a
little
lengthy
things that they
hiatus.
Shared at Betty Ford.
Yeah.
This is his last video for the next year.
90 days. Yeah.
Like I said, I was shooting for that gold medal addiction, right? That like I'm such a good addict. I'm better than the best, right? And there wasn't much of a way to pull out of that. So I had to learn.
Ooh, he's still got those
everything
crazy
and
eyes,
learn how
though.
to apply
That's probably
Yeah.
what Billy
Those-
said to like
out of rehab.
just like as a positive thing
And
to
that's
him.
really the
When you know
trick.
Matt asks
So
like, "What am
here
I
I
good
wanna
at?"
share
Probably
those
that's what
things
Billy
with
says.
you
Like,
on
"You're a
this. I
fucking
figure what
gold
I'm
medal
doing now
addict."
is like every third video or so.
You're the best loser ever.
One of the tools that I learned at Betty Ford, and I'm going to share them with y'all guys. And I'm going to try and share them in the same format that Betty Ford shared them with us, right? Like
they have a copyright strike.
For instance, the lectures. I got a lot out of the lectures because the lectures shared a lot of the little nuances in life, the little things that I did that I didn't really realize, and how to stop doing them and how to build better habits and routines, basically. I figure that's what I'm going to start doing. It starts with this video here, just talking a little bit about how it was, what I did about it, and how it is now. And now it's really good. I've come so
far him on coke would be wild.
Have completely changed,
or meth.
basically. Like, whereas in the past, if something happened and it would give me the instinct to go drink and use, drinking particularly, because like I said, that let me fast forward.
That one's way better.
Right? Something stressful going on or something, I could just drink, then I'd pass out, and I'd wake up, and it's the next day, right?
I think he likes T-girls, joggers.
When something happens, I don't even think about drinking.
Matt's bringing T-girl back again.
I think about using 10 of my tools.
Remember that? Matt will not shut up about that girl with the
self-confidence. And it comes natural nowadays, because at first it's hard. At first I had to sit down and
sorry I'm late, boys.
You know, and then
Mr. Blue.
do those things.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't have.
We're getting some good advice here from
because it's become very
Matt.
second nature. So
how to sleep under decks and whatnot.
How to sleep under decks? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a good one, like a cat. I can remember our house cat that we had growing up used to go sleep underneath the neighbor's deck.
To share those
and it was like, that ain't your house. You ain't supposed to be under there. Is that your little spot too? That your deck, not hers. She doesn't even know that's not even her deck anymore.
Recovery video to be about. I think that I'm gonna start with the lectures, and then I might get into some psychology and stuff.
Do they still do TED Talks?
I really think that the science is probably where I want to start first.
Do they still do TED Talks?
Yeah, he needs to be on one, right?
I bet he probably could be.
He's pretty good at bullshitting, kind of.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's a Brown after all.
He could do an hour.
Yeah.
Finds everybody doing well. Remember, never give up, never surrender, because you're worth it.
Yeah, he actually slept under Billy's deck in his Beverly Hills home. Well, Matt, the cinematography has improved with these shots.
Ooh, J316. What?
Wait, what?
J316 at the end. Did you see that? That's what that was. Watch.
Remember,
Watch the very end.
Give up, never surrender, because you're worth it.
Yep.
J316. Could have added that out, but that's okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what do you...
What?
Yeah. Showed up at the very, very, very last second.
Yeah,
What?
J316. J316.
It's subliminal. Do it. All right, play it.
Everybody doing well. Remember, never give up, never surrender, because you're worth it.
Wait for it. It's going to be literally split second. Was this Discovery Jones?
Oh, okay.
J316.